Welcome back to another episode of The Double Take, brought to you by One Oklahoma, fan-fueled and athlete-focused. I am Rodney Anderson. With me, as always, is my brother Caleb King Kelly, and today, a super, super special guest.
Super special.
I know that we say that about a lot of guests,
Yeah,
but
but
this guest is actually like very special.
This is
Super
a
happy to have him
professional,
on.
you know.
Professional guest.
Stop,
The
not please more.
Chris Plank.
I did not
That was a good
realize
intro,
we're going to
dude.
be on TV.
Nah, dude.
I knew we were, but then there was this part of me that was like, dude, you can wear shorts and you'll be fine. And then I sat down on this couch. and it
Look
was
at them
like,
calves,
so
man. You look
comfortable.
like you jumped on.
I just got done working out
man.
too, but it was an upper body workout. So.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
the
that,
back
man.
door's that way.
You know, that thing that just fell back over there.
Yeah.
But no, man, thanks for having me. I feel like that Brandon Gibson, who is your producer, director, master of everything, I feel like that we've kind of been boots on ground from day one of this bad boy. Whenever you guys were sitting.
You were one of the ones that gave us our shot.
Well, I was telling Kelly Collier, I'm like, we got to give him a podcast. Look at Rodney and Caleb a podcast. And you guys were sitting around a table in an office about like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And now look at this. Look at this. Meanwhile, I'm getting ready to go home to my garage to tape Toby for the Sooner Sports podcast. And the Double Take podcast has this incredible studio. It's awesome. But I'm pumped for you guys, man. This is awesome. It's been great for fans, and I think it's been great for the student athletes too.
Yeah. You got to get in, with the right people.
That's right.
You know
I
what
did
I'm
not
saying?
get in with the right
I
people.
got in with Rodney, So Rodney knew people.
Yeah, I feel like I just stumbled into all this.
It's awesome, man. You guys should. This is awesome. This is really cool. And my favorite thing is I came over here a couple weeks ago to talk to Owen Heineke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing is just watching people walk by the office and kind of look in. It's like, what's
I know.
What is that?
going on?
Yeah.
It's kind of
It says
weird.
Oklahoma.
You get so many different characters on the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, it's almost like being a Walmart in the middle of the night. Campus corner in the middle of the day is comparable, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You'll get a few strange characters walking by, and then all of a sudden, like 4 businessmen in suits carrying
Yeah.
briefcases.
Yeah.
Biggest
then-
disappointment is the Norman Walmart closing as early as it does. I think it closes like 11 o'clock now.
Yeah.
I
Because-
thought you were saying that it
No,
was
not
closed.
completely
I was
closed.
like,
Starbucks
Hey,
closed.
someone's
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Right there. Yeah, on the campus corner. Starbucks had this big shutdown, and so they closed the one on campus corner. I
you
looked it up today. It said permanently closed.
That
Oh
makes
my
so much
goodness.
sense. I was driving past here after church on Sunday, and there were some girls like looking through the window, like they looked distressed.
Are you kidding me?
But I was like, maybe it's just like a holiday or something.
pumpkin spice lattes were out.
My
But
pecan
it's-
crunch.
Hey, listen, you got to have the Walmart in Norman so someone can constantly play the 2014 Sugar Bowl. Have you ever been there? It's always on.
Really?
It's always on. If you go back, it's my favorite thing ever. I always text Gabe because that was his last year, 2013. What was your first year?
16.
16, okay.
And you were 15.
And you're 15.
Yeah.
And so Gabe's final year was that 13 season. And it's always funny because that was the 14 Sugar Bowl. And it is always on in the Walmart Sooner section. And I'll tell you what, every single time I go, I'll stop and watch at least, like 5 or 6 plays. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh.
It's a great game.
Is there
Been
a
here for a
game?
while.
I mean, you are a professional, but is there, so like you've seen thousands of
Been here
games.
since
hundreds
11,
of
yeah.
games. So is there one that you have memorized though? Like you've seen enough times that you could probably
That's pretty
reiterate what they're
close.
saying? That's the one?
pretty close,
Yeah.
man. That one, your final OU Texas game,
Oh, that
That was a
that
good
was
one.
that was one of
Yeah, that was a
those
good
that was
one.
pretty special.
Caleb Williams.
Kansas State, your walk-off was one
Oh,
that
yeah.
because they thought they had us in Manhattan that day.
They did, that was a jump cut.
That wasn't a jump cut.
Dude, it was a jump cut.
He calls me Captain Jump Cut or whatever.
Jump cut king.
Jump Cut King, yeah. And he did it for a couple weeks, and then I had to tell him, like, I don't think I used it that much.
Nah, he really did.
You know what's funny though is the games that I remember the most are probably not ones that resonate much with fans. The last time we went to Tulsa, because I went to TU,
Oh yeah.
and so and Nick had a big
Nick
game.
went off,
And,
yeah.
I love you
That
and your
was
family,
crazy.
so that was really cool, and it was a full circle moment for me because I graduated a long time ago, boys. But the guy that was I worked in sports information whenever I was in college, and the guy, Don Tomkowski, who worked at sports information, was retiring, and it was his last year. So I was going there for someone who used to live within walking distance and lived in the Sigma Chi house when they were in college, right?
Yeah.
Here I am going for his last, big football game, and I'm doing a national radio show that morning, and I'm the sideline guy for OU. So that was a moment that I embraced and remember, and my family was there. So it was just like really cool. Those games mattered and meant a lot to me. And moments that don't resonate with a lot of people. I'll never forget 2011 was my first year, and Kenny Still's catch against Florida State is something that I'll never forget. I was thinking about the TCU Big 12 championship game. You had the defensive score.
Yeah.
Parnell Motley had a hit on like a fourth down when Kenny Hill. It was like fourth, and it was like I think it was a fourth down. Was it a fourth down or was it?
It was.
And Parnell Motley came up and made a hit, and I remember just how
did his little money,
I did his little money thing. Obo was a guy that was always really, really good to me, and he made a play to end the Oklahoma State game a couple years ago. Well, I say everything's a couple years ago, but I want to warn you guys, right? Everything's a couple years ago, and you'll be like, that was 1994. Well, yeah, a couple years ago.
No, it's like it's over yonder.
Yeah, it was over. It was like 30 miles away. But Obo made a play, and he came over and he kind of jumped on like the equipment box, and he like patted me on the head. It was just all the
random things. Yeah,
just all these little things that you experience as a fan, right? Because that's why I get to do what I want to do. But they're not, I think, moments where people will remember them like I will. So it's
you have a little bit different perspective. Like as many OU games as you've seen,
Sure.
you become more and more of a friend of the program over the years. You trust a guy.
Yeah.
Like your
you
perspective.
get more access,
a little bit more,
a little more trust. And that's pretty interesting though. So then you're from Tulsa and you went to Tulsa.
So it's a convoluted path. I grew up in a real small town in Illinois. It's called Wood River, Illinois. And whenever I had my family is awesome. My mom's my biggest supporter. My dad's big sports fan.
Yeah.
They split, but I got a great stepmom. I got an awesome stepdad.
Did you grow up OU fan then?
Well, here's the thing. I didn't really grow up a big college football fan.
Oh, yeah.
We were, if you go back and you think about St. Louis,
The Bears.
we were Bears or St. Louis Cardinals at the time in football. Big Red, go Big Red. Yeah. And I was always like a big LA guy. So I love, and I still do to this day, I love the Raiders, I love the Lakers, I love the Dodgers, I love the Kings.
Oh, my kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's why when we get Cali guys, I'm like, let's go. But now I start talking about old Raiders, and people look at me like, bro, that is like really old. No one knows who Jim Plunkett is. But so I kind of wanted to get away and blaze my own path. My grandpa was an educator in my hometown, and he was really well known. He wanted me to get into being a lawyer, and I wanted to cover sports. That's all I knew, and so I came
go hand in hand.
That's right, lawyers,
law and sports.
If I only would have known. But so I just one day I picked up a flyer about a school. It was Tulsa. University of Tulsa. They were recruiting St. Louis hard. And so I went and I fell in love with the city and I fell in love with the state. And that was in 1993 when I came here to go to college to start my freshman year, and I haven't gone home since. I lived in Tulsa for 18 years, and then I moved down here in 2015 with my family. And it's been a real blessing. But I mean, to your point, Caleb, college football for us growing up was you were either Missouri or Illinois fans.
Yep.
Like you either loved the Tigers or you loved Illinois, and then there was a faction of Notre Dame fans. And all I really knew as a kid about Oklahoma was, oh yeah, they're coming in town to stomp Missouri. That's all you knew about Oklahoma back in the day where I grew up. And then when I moved here, it was always very interesting my freshman year of school because I became a big TU fan.
Yeah.
And our quarterback that was Gus Frerotte, who played in the NFL, had a wide receiver named Chris Penn, who played in the NFL, one of my best friends. I was just texting with him the other day whenever Tulsa beat Oklahoma State, was Jeremy Bunch, and he was a safety from Manford. And it's just I think of all Wes Caswell, all those guys on those teams. And it was always weird to me how I was like, dude, Tulsa's playing, everybody let's go. And they're like, we're just going to stay here because OU's playing. I'm like, no, we got to go to the TU game. So whenever I was in college, it was like, why are you guys staying here for the OU game? We got Tulsa playing, right? We can walk right there to the TU game. And then it took probably about, 2 games to realize,
that's what we're watching now.
Yeah. Now there's 80,000 people there, and then and Oklahoma was in a tough spot, in the late 90s. What am I saying? Early 90s.
Yeah.
I can't even say late 90s anymore when I was in college. And I kind of from that point forward, I I was in a fraternity. My pledge dad loved OU, and that kind of started my love. And you look here, 25 plus years later, it's become my life, and it's awesome, man.
And you got 15 shows all day long,
bro. I know.
I mean, you got the overnight show, you got the morning show, you got the middle of the day show.
I was just telling Rodney before we got going. I mean, does everyone know the story of you guys almost were the morning.
Oh yeah,
almost.
No,
I don't think we've ever really talked about that.
Yeah,
so over at the radio, I'm wearing the hat. I'm representing over at KREF.
The ref.
Our buddy
Shout out
Toby
Casey
Rowland.
Bryan.
Yeah, great people.
Yeah,
Great people.
Vineyards.
Toby retired and moved on to doing TV, and he had done 6 to 9 a.m. for like 25 years. I mean, him and TJ had a great show. And so they were going to move on, and there was some buzz that the Double Take podcast was going to become 6 to 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And then, business happens, life happens. Caleb has a kid.
I had a kid.
Rodney had a kid. Soul Mission
that's why we're
blows
Double Take,
up.
because we're so often confused. Our lives are so in sync.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a kid.
I can't stub a toe without Caleb being like, dang, I stubbed my toe last night.
And I, it's really been awesome, man. It took me a while. I mean, for those of you that are early morning people, and I know you get up early. What's your?
I'm
you
early.
get up early.
Well, I just don't sleep.
I think it's kind of like if you're a football player, you're
just
probably
are
a morning
used to
guy.
getting up
Right.
early.
Yeah. You might not be a morning guy, but you're a morning guy.
Yeah.
So I, it started doing this morning show at 6 to 9 a.m. every day, which means you wake up probably about, for me, my alarm goes off at 4:15.
Yeah.
Then I snooze again, then I snooze again. I finally get up about 4:40 or so.
Yeah.
But it's really cool when you're in that mode because, I mean, not to like try to wax poetically, but dude, like 5 a.m. when you're on the road and there's no one on it, and you roll your window down and that cool air, it's just
Something different about it.
it's a different feel. And
Because not everybody's going to get that.
no,
Most
Like,
people
there
are going to
people
wake
will go
up
their
and it's
whole
just going to be
lives and
hot.
never see
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, like they wake
Exactly.
up when it's hot, they go to sleep when it's hot.
Yeah.
They never know any other different type of earth.
I have fallen in love with it. I mean, now, don't get me wrong, it's kind of weird on the weekends now because if I sleep till 7, whoa, what's
happened?
going on here? What happened?
But it makes you like an elite human. When
It
you're
does.
waking
We're
up
better.
that
I always
early.
joke. So
Yeah.
I've joked on the show. We call the 6 a.m. hour the gold card listeners, and we always joke we're better than everyone else. So that's where we are. So I do a 6 to 9 show every day, Monday through Friday. For, like 12 years now. I've done a show on Fox Sports Radio on Sunday nights with the sports radio legend, Arnie Spanier. We do 10P to 1A every single Sunday night. I do a Saturday morning show on Sirius XM with Bobby Carpenter, an old Ohio, I say old, not, Ohio State linebacker. So it's, I heard someone say it's, if you want to work in sports, you piece enough stuff together to where you can kind of make a living. And I've been really blessed to be able to piece enough stuff together for a long enough time to where, all right, we can make this work. And, you add in, getting the opportunity to be on the sidelines for all your football games and report on that. Oklahoma Sooner softball's been pretty good, since I started in 2016 doing play-by-play of that.
That's got to be a super fun sport to cover.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's great.
I never watched a softball game until I came back here.
Really?
Yeah, like
Came
I had
back?
seen,
Like
came
91?
back as
like
an
in
adult.
person?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know
Like
what you mean.
I never really got down there.
I did it until I was working as well. And then I went, and I got to go to a couple games with Toby Keith.
That's cool.
Experience. Yeah.
I wish I would have been a fan a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Like it's a fun sport.
It's wild because I love diamond sports. Period. Like I think people. I grew up playing baseball.
Yeah, me too.
I thought I was good at it.
Football, baseball guy.
I thought I was good at it until I came to Oklahoma and I saw like Anthony Hermelin and Jacob Edwards, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not good at baseball. I was never good at baseball with Jacob Evans watching them play.
What'd you play though?
I was a catcher.
Okay.
Oh,
I was a catcher.
Yeah.
Well, I was a catcher because no one else would catch, so that's the only way I could play.
Yeah, but then you end up being like that
you-
guy that's like,
yeah,
oh no, we need
catchers-
him.
Well,
Like,
it started. That's how it started. Like third or fourth grade, whenever you started playing baseball, it's like put him back behind the plate, and I caught my whole life. And I wasn't good enough to play in college. I thought I was, but then I realized I am not good enough to play in college. But I always loved diamond sports. But kind of like you, I was never a big softball guy, just because I never watched it, and I'd always heard talk about OU, and then when the talk started in about the summer of 2015, it's like, hey, you want to move down here?
Yeah.
We're thinking about taking softball full time. I was doing baseball. I was filling in for baseball when Toby couldn't do it. And I was like, sure, I'd love to. And it's become.
Then they go win 4 World Series.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of funny.
Time.
It's not bad timing whenever you come in and there's this whole new freshman class, and it's Sid Romero and Foley View and Kaylee Clifton, and they go out and they win. Yeah, Kylie Lundberg, they win 2 national titles in back-to-back years. You're like, hey, this is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, softball has not had a season that has ended short of the World Series since 2015.
That's so insane.
Softball has had one season in that run that ended short of the Final 4 of the World Series. Like one season.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's amazing what coach is doing. And
Patty Gasso,
I mean, again,
Patty.
not to try to preach to everyone, but the foundation they're built on is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's made me stronger and better in my faith, and I think it's made me a better dad. My wife might argue if it's made me a better husband, but I try every day to be better.
I'm doing my best.
I do my best, but it's made me a better person. And I it's
awesome.
kind of funny. They make fun of, I think it was like Sean McDonough or someone that's like, you spend an hour around Tim Tebow, it'll make you a better person. Well, okay. You spend a decade with Patty Gasso in the softball program, it'll make you a better person. And
that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Like to be around a program, you almost kind of feel it with the fan base, softball fan base too.
Yeah.
Not that the football fan base or
all
anybody
the
else.
They're holding up the 3.
Yeah. Bro, I'm going to tell you
something.
something. Okay, so my first year, I can try to get comfortable. It's got like a little kid.
It's comfy couch.
I'm a little kid sitting on this couch. I might fall asleep at some point. My first year, they, oh gosh, Caleb Rodney, you guys might have told me the story, the hands up. Where they were, and I think it's Moses. It might not be, but they were talking about how they held their hands up, and it was a symbol of, that was the strength. And the fans did it in 2016.
Yeah.
And it was one of those moments when you look back and you watch those. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah.
But you look back in those stands, that whole fan section is standing there with their hands up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, come on now.
Like you got a bunch of girls that just got you to praise the Lord. Like,
Exactly.
it's so
It's
cool.
like,
That's
I'm like,
a
are
movie moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you kidding me? I went to the coolest thing that's ever happened to me as anything OU. You guys won Big 12 championships. Those celebrations were awesome.
Yeah.
We won bowl games. I say we, you guys. I was like sitting there with the ball cap on that didn't fit me
young
right.
team.
all right, everybody's like I said, you're a trusted individual of the program.
We've
calm
had
these fans
heartbreaking
down
moments
for us.
and we've had celebration. But the coolest thing that's ever happened to me in the University of Oklahoma was Patty's husband, Jim. Have you guys met Jim Gasso before?
I think one time.
Yeah.
I may have
he-
met
he-
him once.
He's the best. And
He's the MACU coach, right?
Well, he was. I think he's retired now.
Okay.
I think he decided to hang out with me. We're road trip buddies.
Love it.
And one time we were out in LA and he and Patty invited me to go to like their family reunion.
Oh, wow.
And so they had like a dinner, a family, and he's one of, I want to say 6. And it was just, here I am, radio guy, right? And I'm with Patty and JT, and I think DJ was with the team too at that point. And I'm just at a Gasso family reunion. Like, what am I doing there?
That's so cool.
And it was the coolest thing I've ever been a part of to hear them talk about their family. I think his dad and mom have both passed now. And it's just, those are the kind of things that, don't really, I think, for fans, I don't know if they care about that kind of stuff, but for me, it was one of those moments where you're like, this is otherworldly what I'm getting to be a part of.
I think
right
fans
now.
do care though because it shows how the human side of
It almost brings validity to
It's-
probably what they're guessing at.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow, that program
That's
looks
somebody that
so.
would invite you to the
It's-
cookout. Like,
Yeah.
no, literally invite you to
They
the
I was
cookout.
straight up
invited to the
did.
cookout.
Yeah.
I was invited to the cookout.
Yeah.
And that's a great point. It's not an act.
Yeah.
Okay, everything about OU softball is not. If Patty Gasso isn't saying that, and then she gets the best player to commit or sign with her, and she's like, got her.
And
You
I
know,
know it's not a
we got her.
thing.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's how they all live. And I'm sitting there and I was listening to the stories that Jim's brother and sister, and they tell and they talk about, singing worship songs, and I'd study their Bible, and I'm just like, my dad, who's awesome, by the way, my dad would tell
like,
me
I
to
love
leave
your
him
dad.
alone because he had a headache because he just worked a double. Meanwhile, they're talking about dad come home, we'd read the Bible, and it's just like, it's real. So
Man.
that's been one of the coolest
Yeah.
things I think I've been a part of.
And so it
because it's a special
pricked your
program.
heart a little bit then.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
Big
so
time. It was
cool,
big
dude.
time.
Oh man, that's how you do it. See,
Man.
right? It's like God rewards things. I feel like sometimes, like, hey, listen, you're on the highest stage, you're
Yeah.
living it. Like, we're just gonna keep
you've
on
earned this.
allowing you to keep it sticking around.
Because I'm sure it's hard to live that way. Like,
Yeah.
it is hard to live that
Sure.
way. Everybody
I mean,
faces it
we
every
got-
day.
Even at our little fame per se of our time playing and all that. We won a whole bunch. Like you can get real caught up in the pride of it all. And real
I'd
caught up
walk
with
in here every day with a robe if I were you guys and like a crown. Like, we won conference titles, boys. What have you guys done? But
because I mean, guys are literally getting stopped. I mean, I still to this day get stopped. I know you still get stopped and get asked.
Oh yeah,
I get
all the
stopped
time.
Getting asked
Caleb,
for
can I
Rodney
get your
all the time.
autograph?
Yeah, Rodney Anderson.
See,
oh
what's
my God.
funny is you deal with people thinking you're Caleb and people thinking you're Rodney. Teddy deals with people thinking he's Rocky Kalmus all the time.
Yeah.
And even though I don't, Toby and I get confused all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I felt so terrible. There was we're over here on Campus Corner. There was a guy that stopped. He's like, Toby. And I'm just kind of walking, and I know he's yelling at me. He's like, Toby. And so I kind of stop. He's like, man. He's like, I love it. I got the book for my grandkids.
Yeah.
My sons love listening to you. You're
Did
so
you
great.
sign
Can
it
I get a
for him?
picture? And I'm like, okay. I don't want to break this guy's heart.
Yeah.
So I hate it whenever he takes that
Yeah.
picture and he posts it, and it's like, he met Plank, not Toby. But it's kind of funny.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious. We get tagged in other people in each other's stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like one time I got tagged. It was a picture of you. Your 19 jersey was showing, and you could even see like a little bit of your last name, like the KE.
Yeah.
And tagged Rodney Anderson 24 is my handle. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you're looking at the handle. You're looking at this picture. Still.
I mean, I promise you, my Rodney Anderson signature is got to be almost as good as his. I promise.
It's probably almost identical.
No,
It's-
like
it's
If you go R
Double
scribble
take.
A scribble
I'm
24.
probably putting in too much effort then. So for all those that are now looking at your Rodney Anderson signatures, if it's spelled out for real,
Dude,
then you didn't get the real one.
Do you guys make sure that everyone that works in this office knows how good you guys were, or no? Are you guys low key about that?
I mean,
I tell everybody how good he was.
Okay.
it's come
And
up.
he kind of he supports. Yeah, he supports. me.
It comes up
little
like
bit.
I don't ever walk into the office talking about like, man, did you ever see my K-State walk-off victory?
yeah.
But every now and then, like my boss Kelly Collier,
Yeah.
one time he had the
Huge Sooner fan, by the way.
he is
Massive.
Yeah.
he had the 2015 Tennessee game playing in his office, and I went to ask him a question or something, and I was like,
Really?
oh, I broke my leg in this game,
Really?
Yeah.
and he was like,
Kick coverage or kick return? Kick
coverage,
return. Coverage. Right.
coverage, yeah, running down there trying to be Caleb Kelly, make a tackle, broke
You
my
guys
leg.
were both on that, weren't you?
No, it was just me.
Yeah, that was
That
the year
year.
before I got here.
Yeah.
Do
But
you know the weirdest thing about that game is still thinking that Alvin Kamara was on that Tennessee team?
Oh, what?
whoa, he was.
Oh, no,
He's
no. You
still
know what?
playing.
What? He was.
He was. That's right. He was
I
also
think-
on the. Yeah, he was on that Tennessee team, and he was on that Alabama team that we beat in 2014. Because he
Oh,
had
wow.
transferred. He started his career at
No
Alabama
way.
and ended up at Tennessee.
He does not like
I'm
Oklahoma.
Googling up. He does not like OU at all.
Yeah.
He was on that team, I think. I'm trying to remember the scouting report now.
What did he say to you though after you mentioned that you were in that game?
Oh, well, he was like, he came out of his office and said, hey, everybody, who wants to come watch Rodney break his leg? We all stood in his office and watched me break my leg.
Yeah, he was. He was in that game.
I'll be honest with you. Sometimes, and I don't think I ever said this on anything, but sometimes I'll question like, was I actually that good? Because I'm more known for the times where I got hurt and like kept praising the Lord, or
Right,
kept on
yeah.
like shit. Like I feel like I'm more known for that
But-
than my actual play because it went 3 years of playing than 3 years of hurt. You
But
know what I'm saying?
That's
So-
to me, and again, not trying to turn this into from the pulpit or anything today, but Caleb, that's one of the great things about your story, man. I mean, it's like you never. I'm sure there were down times, but you never stopped with your faith, and you never stopped with a great positive attitude. I mean, you're doing this on what, maybe an hour's sleep right now?
Yeah, it was a bad night.
There's a smile, there's
tough one.
joy, there's happiness. It's great, man. So you guys were, I mean, and I say this now, if people think, oh, was a favorite moment when you beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl, or whenever Oklahoma went and won the Sugar Bowl against Auburn, which was great because
That was fun.
my
Yeah,
wife
yeah.
went on that trip. My wife never goes on any
Oh,
trips,
really?
and she went on that trip, and
Yeah.
we road tripped to New Orleans and had a blast. The Kansas State. Well, I drove to that game. You guys had you graduated with the 2019? You were done at 19, right?
Yeah,
I was
done.
still here.
You were still here.
Yeah, I
the
was
the
here for a
Baylor
long
game. The Baylor game.
Were they beat up? Wait.
No, where we went to Waco and beat them when they fell
yeah.
behind.
Yeah.
That
That was with the Nick Benito interception
Yeah.
and Jalen Hurts.
Cootie and I, after the game drove home after the game. It was like we're just so wired. We're like, let's go home. We got in the car and all those moments. But like, you're somebody covering you guys and those teams.
That's
like
what,
history for some reason only seems to remember national championship teams, right? And there's going to be a great celebration of '85 this weekend, as there should be.
Yeah,
but man, those were some great moments, and I know you guys probably don't think about them as much as like we do.
Well, I think it's a little bit similar, just different lens. Like
I
when
think
I
Georgia crosses my mind at least once a week.
Well,
2017 Georgia game.
We had him, best player on the field.
Yeah, and didn't give him the ball in the second half.
Don't know why.
I don't know.
Didn't want to win. Anyways, what were you saying? Sorry.
Well, what I was gonna say is, now you got me thinking. Like,
dude, I think about Georgia at least
Jeremy
once a week.
freaking ran the ball.
Anytime we talk football pass, I think about.
Did you scoop and score in that game?
I forced the fumble. Stephen Parker.
Right. That's Parker.
Stevie.
Dude, I love Stephen Parker.
Yeah.
What's he up to now?
He's out in Dallas. He was doing insurance for a little bit, doing real estate for a little bit. I think he's still doing insurance.
He had a good little run in the league, right?
Yeah,
Bouncing
he
around.
played for
the
the
Rams?
Cowboys and the Rams.
I liked him. That was probably, if I look back now, some of my favorite guys. Because and Baker would always make everyone feel like they were a part of it, which I thought was really cool.
Just a bunch of really good dudes.
Which is funny because I kind of feel like that with this year's team.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
It's like there's not any. I mean, there's no turds.
We've talked about it a little bit on the.
I know, right?
On the inside.
We talked about it a little bit on the pod. Like, it seems like the camaraderie on this team is just different this year.
It does.
And I heard Patty Gasso say one time, like, it's the culture. Like, it starts with the culture, and you're not going to win championships if you don't have an elite culture. And that resonated with me because all the success we had in the 2015 to 2019-20 era is like. Just good dudes on the team.
Man.
Solid culture. Like, we would all hang out together. We were all running together in, various places, different circles and whatnot. And it showed on the field. Like,
you guys wouldn't see each other at like Walmart and duck down another aisle and hide or anything.
If anything, we're like,
we had a weird relationship. Like we were pretty close for being opposite sides. I felt like, because it was probably because we looked so similar and got confused all the time.
But that
here's
brought
the thing.
Us
together though. It was pretty cool.
I have a story. The first, I don't know if I've ever told you this. The first time that I ever even knew you were on campus or knew who Caleb Kelly was is because my then girlfriend at the time was like, I just saw a guy that looked just like you. And at first, my initial was like, the hell? Like, who's
They look like
the heck? And then when I went over to talk to you, it's like, I feel like if it's any other team, like, I don't even go talk to you. You don't, like, we're not cool with each other. Like, it's not received as well. But you're right. Like, we just kind of was like, have you been getting called Rodney a lot? Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been getting called Caleb?
Yeah. It was pretty unique.
I don't know. I learned a lot from being around you guys. And I've been around Teddy now since 2012, and Dusty was with us. Yeah. I learned a lot from Merv whenever Merv was doing the games with us. And obviously, I mean, I don't think Gabe would mind me saying that. Gabe Eichert's one of my best friends. Mm-hmm. And they always tell you that locker room is the true cultural melting pot. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it can go awry. Yeah. 2017 Vegas Raiders. Not like I'm still bitter about starting 2-0 and getting smoked by the Redskins on Sunday Night Football. Kirk Cousins, how? I don't know. But it's really cool when you see it and it's cohesive. Like, I don't know. You might be 2019 when we beat Baylor is always one of those moments that resonates with me because afterwards there was. I don't know if it was Neville or somebody had gone through something really tough that week, and I'm not here to talk about anyone, but I'll never forget hearing him, being in the locker room and hearing him just like, guys, it's been a rough week for me, and just you see that. Yeah. Now, that 2019 team I thought was pretty special. Mm-hmm. I thought, now you've seen Jalen's won a Super Bowl. He's been there twice, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of NFL dudes on that team. Yeah. But I always thought that team had a really good camaraderie, and it came up short against LSU. That LSU team might have been pretty good. And now you kind of, this team reminds me a lot of it, and I think that there's really cool things ahead for the 2025 Sooners.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good transition into
let's
a little bit of football talk.
Oh, you want to? Okay, I'm sorry. Enough about me. Let's move on.
No. Let's move on.
The last
quickly,
thing I had
please.
was, where's the accent at? I mean, did it go away or did you ever have an accent?
I never really had it. I never really had like a Midwestern accent. Oh. My mom, if you were to sit here and talk to my mom, everything, like, it's a creamy Italian dressing. We want to do the wash.
Yeah.
Chris, bring your
that
Warsh and I'll do it in here.
Yeah.
that kills me.
We live in Washington, so
Washington.
now it'll be like, so are you guys going to the Washington game tonight? I'm like, we're going to the Washington game tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's I got it. It got my best friend in college. His name was Robert Harris. I haven't got to talk to Robert in probably 20 years, but he was a Houston guy, and so every single time I would say anything, every single time that I would say anything,
He correct you?
oh my gosh,
Oh,
Right
that's
away, he's like,
crazy because on this show, anytime I say anything, just slightly mispronounce something, my Houston friend corrects me.
maybe it's a Houston
Every
thing.
time.
Maybe it's a Houston thing.
But sometimes
Y'all
you're
are just a-holes down in Houston, huh? Like,
no, it's like just
we like proper
Yeah,
pronunciation.
Robert Locke Harris. I love you, miss you,
or
buddy.
just use words correctly. I don't know.
It's crazy. Like, wow. You were so quick, too. Like, hey, Sean,
Don't even matter.
what's your little sign?
H-Town, hold it down.
This
H-Town.
It's
Hold
like
it down.
sideways.
It's a sideways.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Very close to
I'm
the.
repping y'all a lot.
It's like sideways, but then sometimes I'll like break my wrist just a little bit
Yeah, H-Town.
because I don't
hold it
want people to
down.
get confused.
No,
Like,
you're putting
if
the horns
anything,
up,
it's down.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. You know, we just West Side.
Okay,
The
Snoop.
whole state. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I met Snoop. I told you this.
Yeah.
I met Snoop. I walked
Really?
up to him. Yeah, when I was doing the WWE thing, which I remember you made some comments and stuff about the WWE. It was pretty funny. But
You would have been great.
I went over there. Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I think so, too.
It was a good little acting. We may get into acting is our next thing.
There you go.
Rodney's
That's
been
good.
telling me about. And so
You know, I saw a big billboard that said Ice Cube's coming too. So I mean, that
Oh,
might-
that's cool. Yeah, that would be a cool one to meet for real. But I walked up to him and I said, Uncle Snoop, I'm from Fresno. And, you know, Uncle Snoop, I don't know if he was sober. I'm assuming he's not. He
Couldn't have
dapped
been.
me up, brought it in and said, Cali love.
Cali Love. who's the not again to get us off track? Who's the Boise running back that he had kind of like he considered his he had
Like nephew?
nephew, yeah.
Yeah.
that-
Well, he called everybody nephew.
well, okay, never mind. That's
So I'm
true.
like-
Everyone
he
was
had
nephew.
all
But he had his own
has
league.
The
Yeah.
Snoop
that's
league,
right,
and then
that's right.
even 7-on-7 tournaments, and then Cardell Broadus that played at UCLA is his son, and so
That's right.
He had like over 40 guys that he's coached or went through.
He
his
has, like, a
program
pretty
that are
good list
in the
that are-
college, and then some in the
in the
NFL.
pros now.
that are in
right?
the pros currently. Yeah.
How old were you guys whenever his first CD came out?
First CD.
The first, well, yeah, I know. Did you guys even listen
I
to
don't think
CD?
we
Was
were
it
live.
was it Doggy Style?
Yes. It
That was
had
probably
the
what 98.
Doghouse, Afro Puffs was on it.
Yep. Was
Yeah.
that 98?
There you go.
I was 2 years old.
Oh,
I was
son of a
born
bitch.
in '98, so came out singing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre. Is that just dope?
There you go.
No, but I remember I remember being in the back seat and my dad had this big old like CD case. And I would just flip through and Doggy Style was in there. The Chronic was in there a few years later because didn't that come out in like 2001?
Yep.
Yeah. Got all my music taste probably from my dad.
Yep.
Yeah, you know the little CD thing. Yeah. that
Oh,
you're talking
come on,
about.
boys. I'm
Yeah.
a child of the 80s, and I grew. My
Yeah.
prime was in the 90s, so I still have
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
My truck has a CD player in it, and every so often I'm like, oh, I'm going to get my CDs and play, and they're all scratched, so they don't work anymore.
My
Because if there
mom-
was the slightest scratch, it was screwed up.
Yeah, but then did you ever get like the disc cleaners?
Of course.
Yeah,
You-
but they never
yeah,
really worked.
it
It was
never
always
worked.
a
It's the
scam.
only thing that. That's the only thing that ever got that thing played.
Find the clean spot in your shirt.
Yeah. We even had tapes when I was growing up, though. My mom still kept
Okay.
all her tapes. And so
There you
but
go.
I grew up a lot on Eazy-E, Snoop Dogg too, but
Yeah.
Eazy-E was like my first
Right.
memory of music.
And then you
Which
had
is,
the falling
yeah,
out
the
between,
yeah, the little-
Easy
yeah,
and Ice
Dr.
Cube.
Dre.
I mean, all the kids know about it now because of the Straight Outta
Straight Outta
Compton.
Compton,
But
yeah.
if you lived it like I did living in the suburbs, it was really tough. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was big news for
No
real.
Vaseline. He came out hungry.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that was
Hungry on
cold.
the No Vaseline was whoa. He's coming
I was in
with more.
college when that came out.
I kind of feel like the people born in like the 99 or 96 to like 2001 era
Yeah.
knew a lot about that stuff,
Yeah.
kind of experienced it, and now like also knew about the weird transition, which was like MySpace. And
Like we're the last ones that played outside,
Yeah.
but we also had cell phones in elementary school.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
I did not have cell phone in elementary school.
I started off with that Ladybug where it had 3 buttons.
Sure.
And you call mom, call home, and call
Yeah.
emergency.
3 options, yeah.
You know, like that's all I had.
Fave 5?
Yeah, that's it. And then we had the little slide phones, the little slides, and then the little flip phones, the little
Yeah.
razor. I had a razor.
I had a Razor, the original
I
flip.
remember my mom passed down her pink razor to me, And I got so tired of having it. Speaking of baseball, I was walking to baseball practice, and on the fence, I opened the razor and just walking down the fence. Ding, 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 ding. When I was just like, I don't even want this phone anymore. And she
You
didn't
were
give
a
me
little-
another phone for like 2 years. Like, I was like, dang, that was probably dumb. Yeah, good time.
Thank you to our community cornerstone partners, OU Health, Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, and Coca-Cola.
We are brought to you by OU Fan Shop. The best place to gear up for game day is shop.soonersports.com.
Riverwind Casino, always a good time.
Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today.
Taco Mayo, tap the app and save up to 25% today.
Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway.
Sooner Kids Club. Log on to Soonersports.com/kids for information about joining the Sooner Kids Club presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Devon Energy.
Yeah.
Good
Okay,
times.
but let's talk about the season a little
Sorry.
bit. You're you know way more about probably what's going on all around the country.
You got
than
an
us.
office in the
No,
facility. so-
around the country though.
Oh,
You got
okay,
the big picture, you know. And
I've
this
lived
past
it.
week we had because I mean you got your national shows that
Yeah,
you're talking about
yep,
too.
yep.
And so I mean, it's been a crazy year. Specifically, even Illinois losing and then now beating USC.
They gave
coming
up
back.
60 to Indiana and then came back and tried to lose to USC and beat USC.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. And Illinois was a preseason
And
top
it was
10
a
team.
horrible field storm. Like
And Virginia game. Oh, you talking about the Illinois field
like
storm?
they were half
Bless their
committed
hearts.
to the field storm.
I guess I didn't see that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a
Did you
half-
see the Virginia
Yeah,
field
I
storm?
saw the
was
Virginia
like,
one.
That was aggressive.
The player that scored the touchdown looked
Dude's
like he
hurt.
got trampled.
Gotta
Yeah.
be hurt right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys? I don't want to bring up bad memories. Field storms on the opposite side.
Yeah, Baylor happened to us. They stormed too early.
That's
And
right.
then they
And then
stormed
we had
again. And then David Agwebu mushed some lady, not a lady.
Yeah.
She was in his face, like cussing him out. And he
Right.
said, get out my face. And she kept doing it. So he literally pushed her out.
We had the Baylor. I've joked with Isaiah Thomas about this. The Baylor field storm.
Yeah.
Like he's walking, he's crushed. You know, that was a tough loss. It was a top 5 team, right?
Yeah.
we were 10-0.
Yeah, and the defense played out of its mind that day.
Yeah.
Out of its mind.
I had 2 TFLs before I ended my career that game.
Oh gosh, you got hurt that game.
That was one.
What a terrible thing to bring up, Plank. So I'm
We bring it up all the time.
okay. So I'm walking off, and I'm walking next to Isaiah, and I'm trying to protect him. Like, the hell are you doing? Like, how am I going to protect Isaiah Thomas? I mean, this is a guy, but
Legitimately a head taller than
exactly. And I'm like walking. I'm like, get off him, get off. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I doing right now? If he decides, but we were just a real quick story. The TCU, a couple years later, whenever Dylan got hurt on that cheap shot,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
smoked us. I kind of waited around because they stormed the field after that, and I had a girl that had her phone out, and I'm the radio guy, so I have headsets off.
Yeah.
And this girl in boots, you know how they dress.
Yeah,
she got
yeah.
cowboy boots on. She's got a dress, and she's like, F you, loser, F you, go home, you. And I'm just like, I finally at one point, I'm like, I'm the radio guy. I'm like, I'm not a coach or anything.
Yeah,
I'm the
dude.
radio guy.
Yeah.
So we had an aggressive field storm at Virginia this weekend, which
Yeah.
was kind of wild. But it's been a weird year. Like I don't know what's going on with Alabama for as bad as they looked against Florida State to look as good as they did against Georgia.
Yeah.
Coach Venables talked about it last
Kirby
night.
Smart cannot beat Alabama. One
just
time.
can't. One time.
I was actually at that
It
national
was a
championship
SEC
game.
national title game.
Yeah, where he beat them. But that's the one time. 1-7. 1-7.
1-7. And they hadn't.
It's insane.
You want a wild stat? I think it's either Georgia or Georgia's never played at Texas A&M.
Oh, really?
In the time that they've been in the SEC, they've never played at College Station. I think they play there in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But so Georgia gets beat after you're like, okay, maybe they figured some things out with their win over Tennessee. Tennessee gets pushed to overtime by Lebs and Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, whoa, what's going on at Mississippi State?
Because they were 4-0.
Yeah, they were looking pretty good. That big win over Arizona State, who won in overtime over TCU and gets ranked again.
Yeah.
Penn State loses, but yet they forced overtime in a game where they didn't really play all that well.
Yeah.
Dante Moore, Cali kid, looked like a freaking
Oregon
stud.
quarterback.
Yeah, the Oregon quarterback on Saturday night. So It was Ole Miss beating LSU.
I know.
I watched
Kinda-
that game.
No run game at
None.
LSU this whole year. Caden Durham, guy that you recruited.
He sat
He's an
out.
Oklahoma guy that went to Texas. Yeah, didn't play. Nick got a touchdown doing a little
Yeah, he
tip.
did.
Little
It was a
ricochet.
heck of a play,
Yeah.
man.
Touchdown.
It's a great
Good
play.
focus on the catch.
It was a good play. Nuss is kind of pissing me off.
Yeah, he's not throwing the ball.
You know, because I got to root for LSU a little bit on the
Well, I
side.
do.
Yeah.
Is it bad? I root for all of our guys. I root for Nick. I root for Bauer. I'm watching. Tawi is now at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Cincinnati game.
Yeah,
and like,
touchdown game.
where did that come from? I think it's wild to look across college football and you're like, hey, Chandler Morris is the quarterback of Virginia.
Yeah.
He was here in 2020.
I played with him.
You played.
Yeah, I played with Chandler. C4.
Yeah.
That was my last
Man.
year.
It's just I root. I think it's really cool. Now we could have a totally
Yeah,
completely
but even the coaches too. I mean, Moore at Michigan.
Sean Moore's an
Sean
Oklahoma
Moore.
guy.
I mean, obviously Levy.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Hype.
I want to see Hype do well at Tennessee.
I mean,
Coach Beamer.
Joey Halsley's
Coach
there
Beamer, yeah,
at Tennessee. Shane's up at South Carolina, and you'll see a bunch of the assistants where, they'll pop up, randomly. It's like, whoa, I forgot. I didn't know you were here.
Mike Stoops is with his brother Mark Stoops. At
That's right, at Kentucky.
I mean, they're
It's
all
so
over the
cool,
place.
man.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of really good teams, and I think Oklahoma's one of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the
I
most
don't think
exciting
that
things.
it's a year where it's a LSU 2019.
No.
and nobody's beating them. There's no way. I think
There's
it's-
not a king right now.
Yeah.
Like nobody's
No.
on the throne.
No, there is no king. There is no lead dog. There is just a lot of really, really good football teams. And I think, Ohio State went on the road and won a Washington game that I liked Washington from what I had seen. And they pretty much controlled that game.
Yeah.
So
Well, it
I
ended up
just
24-6 or something.
yeah,
like that.
they handled them. And people can make fun of, oh gosh, why am I blanking on the old Lions coach, Matt Patricia? That's the defensive coordinator at Ohio State, but he's done a really nice job
Yeah.
so far.
They
So
lost a lot of guys.
Yeah,
After
and they
winning
did.
Natty, that usually,
Still
20
got Caleb
guys go to the
Downs.
league. Yeah.
And I'm a big draft nerd. In the most recent draft projection, Caleb Downs was number 2 overall.
Yeah.
Number 2 overall in the
he's
draft.
an electric player. Though,
He's
I'll give it to
special.
him. That punt return
Yeah.
skills and
So
yeah,
it's
he's
kind of
dog.
wild to look around college football right now because, again, the SEC is the best conference. People trying to sell the Big Ten is crazy talk. I
That's
don't
weird.
get that. Indiana's better than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
But
That coach wins.
he just wins games, man. I was hot after he dropped Virginia as a non-conference opponent and started really scheduling down, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just it's just they've got a squad now. I watched most of their Iowa game on Peacock this weekend. And even though they took that weird safety at the end, it was a 7-point game. They took the safety because they didn't want to risk turning the ball over or punting it. And it ended up leading to Iowa beating the spread.
Yeah.
It kind of, to me, everybody practices that play.
Sure.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, guys, we finally got a chance to do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Just to do it just because.
Yeah.
I think what I
you're
learned
right.
this weekend and having a bye to watch everyone is Oklahoma's right there.
Yeah.
They're the number 5 team in the AP, number 6 in the coaches poll. Got to get John Mateer healthy, and we'll see how that plays out. But I'm excited about Hawk, man. I'm excited about
Yeah,
Hawkins play.
that the whole situation, like I had a pretty good 10 minutes of panic, like, oh man.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, but wait.
You got Michael
Well,
Hawkins.
I said it week 1 when John Mateer has like 100 yards rushing and he's trucking people. And I'm like, I guess when you have a backup as good as Mike Hawkins Jr., then you can go all out. You
Sure.
can do
Yeah.
everything you need to do because it's not like we're dropping off to somebody who's never played.
Yeah.
This is a dude to beat Auburn last year. Like,
Yeah.
it's
That's
just-
my thing. Like Mike Hawkins last year, even with the circumstance that we were dealing with,
yeah.
was balling and having a lot of success. He was keeping us in games. Really was kind of what we wanted Jackson to be
Yeah.
for what the circumstance was.
Yeah.
And as a true freshman was able to do that. And then this year, under a system that has actually proven to be successful,
Yeah.
behind
Real
a quarterback
strong
that you can
quarterback
learn behind.
coaches and
Yeah.
Great,
Coach Coos and Coach Bud.
relatable staff.
I want Mateer to get healthy. I want him to
Yes.
play. I love John Mateer. But I'm cool with watching Michael Hawkins play.
Yeah.
I think this is just an elongated version of when Kyler came in for a few plays because Baker made the obscene gesture towards the sideline and had to.
Orlando Brown took the kitty jersey to the coin toss.
Yeah, dude. Like,
West B game, right?
Yeah, it was West Virginia. It was West
it's like
Virginia. It's cold.
yeah, Kyler, like, for the time being, all right, thank you. We'll save you for next year now.
Right.
And then put Baker back out there.
It's weird because I think Coach Venables has balanced that really well. In, hey, we want John Mateer back, but Michael Hawkins' team this week. Yeah. So we'll see what happens next week, and it's going to be a fun OU Texas week.
There's going to be some drama.
There's going to be
because Arch can't figure it out.
Hey, Texas got to play Florida.
Yeah,
Florida's defense is good.
Yeah.
If DJ Lagway can stop
5 interceptions a game,
you stop throwing it to the other team, they're going to win football. That's a good defense. Yeah. So we'll learn a lot about Florida this weekend, but I'm really excited to see Hawkins, man. Yeah. I'm just going to warn everyone now that I'll be that guy come Monday that's like, oh, John Mateer's playing. I've already told everyone this. I've told everyone I know. I'm like, don't listen to me next week because I'm going to be the guy that's like, oh, he's playing. Yeah. It's like, where do you get that from? I'm like, I don't know. He's playing.
Well, did y'all see that picture of him?
Oh, yeah. Church.
Of his hand?
Yeah, it doesn't even, it's a Band-Aid.
They like zoomed in and it was a Band-Aid. Well, I was looking for the swelling. And, bro, it looks good.
Dr. Steven Shin?
Yeah, Dr. Shin might be a wizard.
I've seen him more than I've seen
You don't want to see Dr. Shin.
Dude, the memes are hilarious.
The memes are hilarious.
Over Twitter.
Him being carried off the field of the Barry Switzer one is my favorite.
I saw his face photoshopped on the schooner. Like he was driving the schooner.
If Sooner fans
wearing
are the best.
The Texas hat. I mean,
But, this guy's so brilliant. I was like, well, where's the cast? And someone had done the research where it's like, oh, it's an internal splint. Like internal splint.
Oh, that's crazy.
How do you even do that? So
that's wild.
Pretty amazing. But all that said, I think Florida State ran for like 600 yards on Kent State. I'm making a number up. Yeah. But there's a really good chance, I think, to get that run game going. And I think Hawkins can have a day.
Do we see Ott this week? I really hope so.
I have no idea.
I like the kid though. I like
great.
him.
Yeah,
I think you can attest to this more than anyone. I think there's some people that think Jay Knott has a bad attitude. And I think that if Jay Knott had a bad attitude, then when we did our coach's corner last week with DeMarco Murray, DeMarco would have no-sold it. Like, hey, DeMarco, how's things going with Jay Knott? How's it coming along? Yeah. DeMarco would be like, oh, he's fine. We'll see how it plays out. DeMarco gushed on the kid, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he talked about how his mind's in the right place. Got to remember he got hurt.
Yeah.
And I think people now will say, well, where was Jay Knott coming off the field to celebrate at the Temple game or whatever? Everyone wants to judge in things, and I don't know. I've only been around him, but I don't think he's a bad dude.
I think he's very shy.
I've worked with him a few times, and
he seems like a good kid, man.
He seems fine.
He's just like when you envision a California guy that's just happy-go-lucky. Like, that's kind of how he is all the time.
Good.
Yeah.
And here's my thing, though. If I'm not playing, I want somebody pissed off a little bit, too.
You wanted to be madder.
I do want to. Like, I'm California, too.
Yeah.
Man,
but you wanted to play.
Hurt, I was pissed off. Like, I was, But in that year when it was Curtis Bolton and I were in competition, and I was going back and forth between inside outside, I mean, when I finally got to play, like, everybody was like, there's something wrong with Caleb. Like, it's not the same. Because I was pissed off. Like, I was playing mad. And I don't know. I haven't seen that. So that's my own take.
Let's get him mad.
I want him to be pissed off.
Yeah, Jay Knott, you're terrible. No. But I will say this much. I watched a lot of Jay Knott because, again, draft nerd, and then Oklahoma gets him. He is special. Yeah. He's got a special
I don't
edge.
care if you're playing Pac-10, Pac-12.
It don't matter, man.
What he was doing was, like, legit.
Good. So I
honestly think for running backs, if you put from like a more speed spread offense going against SEC teams that are usually a little bit bigger, like it almost works to your advantage.
He just needs to break that one.
One big run, and
any
I think
running back needs to break that one. Where I'm going with this is like I love Torrey Blaylock.
Yeah,
I've always loved Javonte Barnes, and I'm really high on Jay Knott, just like you. But I'm just itching to see running backs that are dominant. That just can get down the field and like.
I don't know how long we got. I know we've talked for a while, but I
don't know. We just talk.
Just
keep on going.
Is there a format to this? I love this. This is great.
We kind of just talk. We just sit down and go for it.
So when I bring up trying to chill everyone out, it's like, hey, sometimes it takes time. Dude had a shoulder injury. I bring up 2017 a lot, and you go back. You really didn't have your breakout till the Texas game,
right?
Right, and then even after that. I mean, before that, you didn't have a ton of carries against Ohio State, right?
I had maybe a couple of drives in the UTEP game. I scored the first touchdown of the season.
You did, yeah.
And then I probably count on one hand how many plays I got between then and the Texas game.
Yeah.
And I was also like
But you were
a little bit pissed off. Yeah. I was like, dude, what am I doing wrong?
That's my only thing. I mean, I think he's an amazing player, but the
Can imagine.
mindset of football is so much. I mean, there's so much that goes into it. And I'm telling you, if you get a Cali guy who loves life angry, just something different in my experience. Curtis Bolton was that way. Like he had 4 years where he was just jumping around positions.
Raider great.
Finally got it, and he played angry. I mean, that year I got to play angry.
I'll respectfully oppose you. Because
it's my Houston guy.
I think it's the guy.
But I'm respectfully doing it.
Yeah, I love
Did
it.
you hear me? I said I'll respectfully do it.
No, you're good. I love it.
My respectful opposition to your statement is my personal philosophy on running backs is that the position itself is a philosophy. Like, you'll never have the same running back more than one. Like, there's only one Jade Knott. And if he is successful because he keeps that type of personality, like demeanor, then he will never
It's
change.
like a Samaje versus Joe
Yeah.
Mixon.
And in my opinion, and this is no shot at DeMarco because I know he's doing his thing, but in my opinion, that's the coach's responsibility to play to that.
You can't overwater a cactus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah.
Killed you with
I
that
just-
analogy right there. That was just right there for you.
I just think, if that is how Jade Knott is, then you have to play to how, like, if you want the most out of him,
Yeah.
you just got to play to
Figure it
that.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him get an opportunity. I think this is that week. And there's a lot of young dudes that I have fallen for on this team. And I mean that in the most sports fan way possible.
Yeah.
Watching Elijah Thomas, 14.
Yeah.
Watching him on
Chakota.
special teams.
Man,
Chakota kid. I brought it up to coach last night.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, it's a step. And you guys, and these special teams, we were talking
where
about
everybody
Tennessee.
starts, yeah.
That's where everybody starts. And when I watch out there in 14s, the dude always making plays.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that the defensive back? It's like, no, that's Elijah Thomas. That gets me excited. I'm pumped for him. And just even these young offensive linemen. Have you guys seen when Ryan Foje gets a chance to go in the game? If you really watched it, that dude sprints on the field it's the big. I mean, I'm worried like that's like almost 400-pound dude running out there like that, and he just
Was he one of the ones that you said was like just ripped?
Dude, yes. Him,
Yeah.
Fasusi, OJ, you can
Beast.
literally see their six-pack on
Yeah.
top of like
Beast.
the extra weight they have.
That's
to have.
insane.
such a set. And so I get excited about a game like from Saturday because these are dudes I want to see more of. And in the era where you can preserve a red shirt 4 games, Coach Venables played a lot of people already. Played a lot of people in Illinois State, played a lot of people at Temple. This might be that last opportunity.
Yeah.
To say, hey, I belong on that bus, Coach. I want to be whenever the travel rosters, are reality in the SEC. I want to be on that bus. And Coach told us, 2 or 3 weeks ago, there's 6, 7, 8 guys who are fighting to be on that bus right now.
Yeah.
And I think that makes Saturday night for the true diehard fans even more fun.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get a turnover?
We haven't had one yet this year. Is wild, isn't it?
What,
They're one of the top
is 5?
top defenses in the
This'll be
country.
5.
And no turnovers.
No turnovers.
Or like -5 or 6 in turnover margin.
Coach last night said it was pathetic. I couldn't help but laugh because it's got to be something that's driving everyone crazy.
Yeah.
But whenever he's like, "Hey, I'm forced a turnover yet," it's pathetic, and he just keeps.
But we've had the
So many
opportunity.
opportunities.
Like, it's in our hands. Even the one where Grayson Halton was like diving for it.
Yeah.
It went straight through his
Peyton
hand.
Bowen last week against
Right
your old
there.
roommate.
That's pick
Come
6.
on, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pick 6 right there. Kendall Daniels has had 2 that have kind of popped through his hands, right, on deflections. But I don't know. I have the feeling this is that weekend where
Yeah.
they can force some turnovers and make some things happen. I'm really excited to see Giovanni Gibson. I'm really excited to see Eli Bowen back. I think that's going to just make this team better. And are we ready for the Red River? Red River rivalry, Red River shootout next
It'll be
week,
interesting. Like, I think Texas is a team that just hasn't really been tested. To your point, they'll really get their good tests, coming up. Archer's had a few games to, I guess, get it together.
Uncle Rico.
Yep.
Uncle Rico, throw that football over the mountain.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
we'll see, dude. I just have so much faith in this team.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to sunshine pump every single episode,
Yeah.
but
It's okay, sunshine pump away, because I'm the same way. And I think, Brent Venables knows what it looks like.
Yeah.
He's won championships. And I think he'll say that. He's like, listen, I know what it looks like. And he hasn't gone all the way to say this is that kind of team, but you can kind of sense when he says that, he's alluding that there are the pieces here that look like a championship team.
I'll tell you who did say it in the team meeting was Coach Beanbo.
Really? Oh, wow.
If you know anything about Coach Beanbo, that's not a BSer.
No.
That's a guy that's going to shoot you straight.
And I think, I'm regurgitating a lot of Coach Venables' lines today, but they've been so good. Past pain has been a motivator. And whenever he brings that up, I think about, the heartache of guys like R. Mason, all the crap they went through.
We lost to Kansas that year. That's why we didn't make the playoffs.
That's right.
Yeah.
You could have lost to Oklahoma State and still beat Kansas. Danny got hurt that game. Tawi got hurt that game.
Yeah.
It's a completely different world. That might be a playoff team, not even a Big 12 championship team.
Yeah.
So, it's
He's fought through the whole team, the staff, fought through so much adversity.
Yeah.
A crazy situation to walk into.
Yeah.
To start off your career here at OU as a head coach. And then
in the transfer portal NIL era.
In an era that is so unpredictable and always referred to as the Wild West, to be here at this point 4-0, looking down the stretch, and to be able to say, I don't know, I see a path. That to me speaks volumes.
Yeah. We're playing Hugh Freeze last week. That could have been Coach Venables' team if he wanted it.
They wanted him.
They wanted him bad. He could have done all this and gotten established before the NIL. But
and they would have
reason,
patience with
him.
Him.
Yeah, this is the now. This is what he got. And we have 30 to 40 different guys every single year on this roster, all over the country. We're talking about different players that have played here recently. And
again, this has been one of my biggest points that I think people listen to, could be wrong, but Brent Venables has been procuring and perfecting his plan to be a head coach for 20 years.
Yeah.
And then
he showed up, he had a book.
He had a book. He's like, here's what I want.
Yeah.
And he laid it all out. If you go back and listen to his opening press conference, he lays it all out. You've seen it from the inside.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, here's that book. And basically about 20 chapters of it just got burned. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to pay players now and NIL and all this stuff. It can be more transactional, but there's a part of me that appreciates the adjustment, but then also a part of me that appreciates all right, we'll adjust, but there's still going to be these core philosophies.
Yeah.
Yes.
That this is not all going to be transactional. It's going to be relational. Why is David Stone still here? Because of the relationships.
Yes.
Why did John Mateer come here? He had more money. Because of the relationships he developed. Same with Jay Knott. Even if it never works out for Jaden, he was here because he believed in something that he saw in this program. He had more money out there. And I think that's one thing that when you see what Coach Venables has built, it makes you very confident for the sustainability of it. And when Oklahoma wins a national championship, more money's going to start pouring in.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
So those types of, we're going to lose out to Texas Tech. Are you?
Right.
Because now you're going to have dudes that are really, truly invested financially, and you have the relational side.
I always say it doesn't matter what era we're in. You have to win.
Yeah.
You have to win. NIL doesn't matter if you don't win.
That's right.
Look at A&M a few years ago when they had the top recruiting class of ever.
Didn't win.
They're
just dropping money, solving problems with transactions. You can't do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's a great line from a great man that says, "Just win, baby." I don't know if you've heard of him, Al Davis,
Yep,
Oakland
yep.
Raiders. Second Raiders reference of the show today. But
It's the most Raiders references we've ever had.
I set the over under it too. I've hit it. But the funny thing about it is, you've got to win, and I think that you're seeing that. We don't talk a ton of recruiting, but you're seeing it in the commitments, and you're seeing it in what's happening. People now are seeing, oh, okay, all right, they got something cooking here at Oklahoma, and I don't think it's going to slow down. I point to the defensive staff. Zach Alley moved on to run things at West Virginia, but that's the same staff from day one.
Yeah.
Day one, dude. No one's abandoning ship. No one's like, got to get out of here. Everyone believes. I believe. I know you guys believe, and it's really exciting to see some of the fruits of that labor. Now we got a long way to go. We're only a third of the way through. But it's really exciting to see where this team is, and I can't wait to watch them on Saturday night.
There's a path to get there.
There is, man. Yeah. It's a tough one. And that trip to South Carolina is not going to be easy, in 3 weeks. That game against Texas next week's not going to be easy. Ole Miss looks pretty legit. So those next 3 games are, Texas, a South Carolina team with the guy that might be the number 1 pick in the NFL drafted quarterback, and Ole Miss, who might have some of the best momentum, with a dude playing quarterback from Ferris State. You know, it's just it's incredible. The next 3 weeks after Kent State, the next 3 weeks of OU football.
Yeah, we'll be going through the gauntlet.
And I'm ready to go through it. If y'all are ready to go through it,
I'm ready.
Game on.
Let's
do it. Let's go.
I got to bring it up. Chris, you look like you're ready.
Yeah, you mean
I came out of my workout.
You came in with your pump.
Every so often I flex over here. It was an upper body workout.
Oh, yeah?
It was supposed to be a cardio workout today.
Yeah.
But I showed up and my class, I'm a 940 class at Stoic, great supporters of SSP.
I love Stoic.
Love it.
940. I was the only person that showed up today. So I need more people in my 940 class.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be a cardio workout. And I'd missed yesterday. So they were like, no. We'll do the chest exercise for Monday.
You're going to make it up, big dog. Make it up, CP.
Yeah, exactly. So, Schmitty, I did upper body. I did not do my cardio today, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And it's
30 on the Stairmaster quick.
Don't. Greatest story Teddy Lehman ever said is that he had to run for a workout that he was late for that he wasn't late for. Schmitty had me on the stair stepper to run for a workout that I was late for a workout that I wasn't late for. So. Hey, by the way, one quick note. Did you guys see the story? I'm a Washington guy. I live in Washington with my family. You know, Schmitty's daughter kicked in high school.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that?
Aubrey.
Yeah. So his daughter.
I think I did know that.
10 years later, the daughter of Brad Beller, the coach, kicked in a high school football game on Friday night.
Whoa.
And her motivation was Schmitty's daughter. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
She made the extra point too.
That's cool.
So
Really?
Kelby Beller. So shout out to Kelby. That was really cool to see.
That's really cool.
Washington Warriors.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dang.
Lost a game this
Washington
year.
Warriors.
Unacceptable.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Aren't they like
Sulphur
back
took us
to back
down.
to back?
We're like
state
back to
champs or
back to
something?
back right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm
man.
looking for some land in Washington, Goldsby area.
Oh dang, you got that money.
Bring your money. I'm even looking too, man.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
Planning
It's
for my
pricey.
10-year plan.
I'm just looking at it. Yeah.
But they've got a not to go to the high school route, but they got a really, really fun team. The Case Alexander is Steven Alexander's son that played here. I think Case has an OU offer. Creed Barrett, their quarterback is good. Josiah, their running back is a really good kid. So it's been a really cool
full-fledged Washington.
Buddy, my
supporter.
daughter's a junior there now.
I love it.
I've heard a lot about the Washington high school program.
Back to back, man.
Yeah, it reminds
Baseball's
me a
won
lot of
4
like
straight.
my own like Katy High School
Katie, that's right.
lineage.
Got new turf field, baby. Let's
Back
go.
to back.
We were not back to back to back, but we have a lot of state championships.
Oh, okay. I respect it.
I went to the
where I'm
state
at, we
championship
don't do
3
that.
years in a row and I only won one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, I didn't get close. Didn't sniff a state championship.
I didn't play. I was not very good at sports, but our high school football team won 1 game in 3 years. So I mean, it's
wow.
we weren't very good.
Yeah.
Go Oilers! East Taunton Wood River Community High School.
That's a perfect.
You ever
for
seen the
Illinois
movie?
High school perfect
Yeah.
mascot, the Oilers.
Oilers, Wood River Oilers. Our rivals were the Shells, Roxana Shells.
Wow.
We have you ever seen the movie Wildcats with Goldie Hawn? It's an old movie.
No.
It's an old. Look it up sometime. The rap at the end of the movie is the best, but they keep talking about how they won 1 game in like 3 years, and every time they talk about winning the 1 game, they're like, "But it was one heck of a victory celebration." That's what it was like for the Wood River Oilers back in 1992. It was one heck of a celebration after beating Highland. So
they start flipping cars or something. After that.
did you guys win the championship? No, we won a game. Go Oilers.
That's awesome. Man,
Well,
Plank, it's been awesome having you
Thanks.
on the
I'm
show.
sorry. I could talk
We do
all
this
day.
every time where, give a little shout out to your socials so they can see where your radio and
appreciate that.
everything is at.
Real easy. Just follow me on Twitter at Plank Show.
Yeah.
And shout out KREF, Ref Army,
Yeah.
6 to 9 every single day. And we'll be on the air. This is before the Kent State game when this is dropping, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll drop Thursday.
Yep.
On Thursday. Okay. Bobby Nash is going to be our special pregame guest.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, live. Does he know that? Does Bobby know that?
I think he does.
But
I
we'll
hope he
start our
does.
pregame. Let's talk to so at noon, 3-hour pregame now.
Yeah.
And we have a player interview too.
Yeah, I'm working on it. That's my
I feel
job.
so bad, Caleb. I
That's
got
my
to bug
job.
Rodney every week, and I'm like, "Hey, dude."
You're not
Well, he
bugging
bugs
me.
me every week for our show. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're not bugging me.
Good. But it's a blessing to be able to hang with you guys. To spend Brandon's had to spend 2 days now in the last week with me. He's so done with me. But I appreciate you guys having me on and keep crushing it. This is great. Sooner
Yeah,
Nation's
appreciate you.
blessed to have y'all.
Pro of a pro. We love
Thanks,
listening
dude.
to you. We love everything you do. Always supporting us, man. You are truly an OU guy. We'll give your Tulsa grad, but we
That's
take
fine.
a lot of those. And we just adopt a lot of those.
I have now
as
spent
fans.
more time wearing the crimson and cream. No, hold on. Let me think here. So my first year was 11. So this is our 15th season. So that's triple the amount of time that I was in college because I was a 4-year kid.
Right. So you're Oklahoma.
I'm an OU guy. My wife will tell me though that I'm not an Oklahoman because I wasn't born here and she was. So
well, you know what I always say? I'm a Cali boy, but I'm an Oklahoma man because I've
There
been
you
here
go.
since I'm 18.
I'm an Illinois boy.
You too. You went
There you go.
you know?
I like it. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, gotcha.
no worries.
Well, this has been another episode of The Double Take. That's Rodney Anderson. That's our special guest, Chris Plank. I'm Caleb King Kelly. We'll see you next week. Boomer.